shit. Hello and welcome to the CNFT News.
Come on in.
Well,
Have a seat.
That's right. You're here. We're here. We're back. We went on a trip to the desert.
To a land with a sphere that was larger than anything that should ever be created in human history.
Big
and
old
it
sphere.
was glorious. We saw many sights.
Yeah, it was a good time this year.
What a time. Now
it's back to the daily news grind, getting the scoop, getting the interviews. And today we've got a hell of a I couldn't think of a good heart related pun to make, but we've got a hell of a lineup for you. We've got The Heartist, we've got Kreate, two of the realest in the space right now.
Yeah. So we're back. We wanted to share before we jump into it a couple of clips or just stuff that's going on from our wonderful time. You guys remember that wonderful time we had? It was pretty wonderful. So I'm going to share this window, and
I just think it's so funny that like I just never thought I would be someone that was going to Vegas every year of my life, but I plan to go to Vegas every year of my life.
So here's
forever.
me doing the interview setup there. Pretty good. These interviews, I shot like 20 of these with various projects. They'll be up on.
I don't think that's you. That looks like Trevor.
Oh yeah, Trevor took some time.
Yeah.
Lots of fun stuff happened. Peter Prismate was there.
Yeah,
the J2 booth was amazing. Got to hang out with Jesse and Jono. Oh man.
The first thing I did when I got to the con floor was get a picture with Peter Prismate, Jesse, Jono.
Heck yes.
The whole group.
First thing.
Oh my god.
Ooh. Oh, there's no sound coming.
What?
Uh-oh.
I said share tab audio. These streaming programs. Anyways,
Scott was sweating the whole time.
There's Charles. I was near him. So success? Maybe. I looked at it though. The views on this one are higher than the one where I actually talked to Charles.
That's how it goes. The anticipation, the glimpse of Charles, like what's going to happen? They're not directly talking. Is he going to go prank him? They probably thought he was going to go prank him
like
or sneak up on him. That's a good one. I mean, I would click that too for sure.
Crazy monkey here. This was a wild.
This is a wild. It's a very civilized monkey too.
Got rapping. I mean, what time it was? OG Sean. That's right. Vegas was awesome.
A lot more ladies there this year. I feel like.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. Oh yes, and I was immortalized.
Glorious. First one. We got to feast with G. Sean Walker, as is our tradition.
Oh, I got to feast with these two as well. That was a lot of fun. Oh man, good times. Chatting with Future Fest, chatting with Adam Dean. I mean, inmates. We got Carta Station. We got the World Chess Club. Oh man, there's Ren himself of Overexposed. We got a Hosky volunteer, and we really get into it. We went out to dinner a few times. Facility 7 was in the works. Cardano Thor was there. We interviewed each other at the same time.
Interception.
That's a good interview.
Interception.
Interception. Yeah. Now I wish that there was sound because this is just too charming.
It's very charming
to miss.
Yeah.
We'll post these as videos.
Oh my god,
us
with Batman.
Oh yeah, we met Batman. I mean,
that's a good Vegas win.
What else do you want? Yeah, this was my third or fourth interview with these guys. Chatting with people constantly.
Yeah.
Some pirates.
Honestly, was crazy. That blew my mind. Honestly,
the game.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I wanted to play the mining game, but I never did.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I saw
Racing
a
game.
little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit of Facility 7 with Q and Flawed. How do you like that?
Hosky stopped by.
Oh, and Hosky as well, trying to teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah.
Didn't work. Did not understand it. Chatting with the man himself. Ooh, look at that. Egon. All right. I remember chatting with him long ago. We chatted with Lena. Oh, there's Charles himself.
I always want to say Egon's World. Like Ebon's World. Egon's World.
That should be a spinoff. we chatted. We looked at his shoes. Let's just fast forward to the shoes so you guys
That's
see
what
it.
you all wanted to know
Let's
about.
see, show his
He
shoes.
did. He sold those pretty good. Like I
Yeah,
kind
he
of want to
did.
get it.
He did. I
It
know.
sounded
Me too. Me too. I gotta check it
He
out.
said they were just like being barefoot, except without the
Yeah.
toes to embarrass yourself.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, like the toe cut out
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
shoe.
Now I wanted to show off. Oh yeah, nice, good.
Pin.
Show off Tyler's shot. Here it is. Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
Wait, what is it?
I hear you had a
Oh yeah,
question.
yeah.
Amazing.
I showed him my
Yes.
policy ID tattoo.
Regale us.
Oh yeah, and there's.
Well, first you gave him.
talking about
First
that.
you gave him your.
Yeah, I gave him one of the business cards, and then he liked that, and then I was like, or non-fungible business cards. And then I was like, I forget how it came up, but I was like, I have a Cardano tattoo, and then showed it to him.
I'm sure you just made sure that it came up.
That was like my
I mean,
it was like my primary.
You said you like that.
Who
Wait,
has
there's
time?
more.
Who has the time?
You think a non-fungible business card is dedication? Check out my ink.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, that was a whole lot of fun stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot more.
This picture's great.
But we're gonna move on now to our guests because they're waiting backstage, ready to come out for some nonsense now or later. Nonsense
Now.
later.
I think it's
Nonsense
is it?
now.
Nonsense always.
I think
I think
nonsense
it's
now
not.
is the answer.
Yeah, check your Step right up to the game show known as Nonsense Now,
Welcome.
where you will win every time.
You always win. Everyone's winning. Welcome to the show. Thank you both for joining us.
I'm
glad to be here.
I'm so excited for some nonsense. It's been a while. And I'm ready.
You're a different person than you were last time, you know? Who knows what
A
will
lot of
come out
growth,
of
a lot
it
of
this
personal
time.
growth, probably.
Yeah.
He's certainly more bald than the last time.
Absolutely more bald. No, bald is the way. Bald is the way.
Damn right.
If you're bald, you can wear an infinite number of wigs.
But you
Thank
wouldn't know
Not
anything
that I
about
would
that.
know, but you know.
Exactly. Agreed.
All right, so we got some nonsense. This one's great.
We got to get you a Scott Chestnut wig, by the way.
Imagine that.
We actually
That's-
did those out
running
at the
around.
New York Summit.
Yeah, we have to try 'em out.
Exactly the wig. Oh.
Yeah, that's a wig. I mean, you know, that's my secret.
Shh, don't tell anyone. It'll ruin his whole career.
Mr. Versace doesn't know.
No.
All right, so here's some nonsense, and it's really weird.
This is a good weird one for you.
So for both of y'all, would you rather go on a journey inside a giant heart to understand its complexities, or have a tiny heart explorer accompany you and narrate your emotional adventures?
Yeah. As a scientist, as an artistic scientist, I'd have to go into the heart. I need to go in there and I need to figure things out. But God, that's a rough one.
Yeah, I would rather go into the big heart because for somebody to narrate my emotional complexities, I do that already. We do that already. We constantly do that. We're a conversation, baby. We don't need an extra gestalt in here.
Not for every single one. I mean, it might be nice sometimes, but I'd be like, we've heard enough from you today, little heart explorer.
All
Maybe
right.
if they're a good option.
And then
Maybe
you
if
could draw. You could bring
Draw
to
the
life
inside
the
of the
inside
heart,
of the
yeah.
heart, and no one has ever
Might
done
as
that.
well. You got the
I
opportunity.
don't know, not that life size.
All right. We got another heart-based question here. They're all really weird. So, would you rather have a heart made of? I assume the heart is inside of your chest, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's your functional real heart.
It's like an Iron Man situation.
Would you rather have a heart made of delicate glass that needs constant care, or a robust steel heart that occasionally rusts from tears?
Does the rust impact function?
I would imagine so.
I
You would
say-
have to
yeah.
have to care for it every so often, but
And-
not as often
And
as
the
delicate
more
glass
delicate one, the more delicate one you have to do 3 times a day. You have to just like
You just gotta like rub it.
it's sort of like the Tin Man, like oil can, but you gotta You also just can't be too rough with it. You
I
can't have
feel
too
like
much
a burnished
G-force.
heart would be kind of badass. So I'm gonna go with the rust and the oxidization. Like I have like oxidized brass lockets and stuff. So it's like bring it.
Perfect. That's you. That's your heart.
Ready to
man.
roll.
There you go.
I would choose the first option and just keep some WD-40 on me all the time.
Keep that delicate glass heart running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would look really cool too.
What do you think, Tyler? Yeah, about either of these?
Yeah, I was just wondering.
The glass heart seems really cool. Is it like? I'm assuming it's like inside, like you can't see it.
Yeah, I
right?
don't think well, in theory, you probably would need to be able to access both of these.
Yeah, you
Or
got
a
a
little-
a
Oh, then
door.
I'm definitely
You
going,
got
into it,
I'm
yeah.
definitely going the glass heart then, because then you can kind of that'd be cool to show off.
Can't throw any shock,
What if someone
man.
just
What was that?
Well, you
small
have to
hammer, it
really
would
love
shatter.
them. You have to trust.
That's true. Only
True.
certain people.
Yeah. You know what? The glass heart's pretty dope. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna go with the glass heart.
Yeah, the glass heart is dope. I mean, they both are. They both
Yeah.
are. And Tyler, would you rather explore the inside of the heart or have a heart explorer?
Your insides emotionally.
I mean, I kind of want to meet the heart explorer. I'm going to go with the
Talk
heart
with them.
explorer. I want to. I
I
want
think
to
I
meet.
would do that. I think I would do the heart explorer too. I want to do both, but
Yeah, I mean, definitely bucket list both. We'll definitely try to get the other one as well. But
All right, one more nonsense. These are great. Would you rather have your heart's emotions be visible as northern lights in the night sky, or as vibrant, ever-changing tattoos on your skin?
oh wow, both of those are really cool.
Wow.
Shoot.
Well, I like lights and skies and stuff, and the tattoos sound good, but you can't really be nude in most places.
True.
So, especially in the winter, so I'm gonna have to go for the northern lights. I can see that no matter how many clothes I'm wearing.
I'm gonna have to agree. I'm gonna have to go with the Northern Lights.
Very
I mean,
romantic.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh my god, that would be so romantic. Unless you were lying.
Well, I mean, it could go the other way.
No telling what color is gonna appear.
All right, good. Well, we got some good nonsense there. Some good heart-based questions. I'm pretty satisfied. Let's check chat here. We got a few folks. What's up?
Noodles.
What's up, Nastaron? We
Hey.
got nudes in the house. 2 legends on the show.
So true.
That's. I assume he means you
Yeah.
guys.
You
No,
guys.
you too. Not
Oh,
us, because we're always on the show, so it's not as exciting.
God, that's hard. Okay, I got it.
You
I
got
got
it.
it this time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the wrong way.
Gotta
And
point to.
what's
You see
up?
Stella, point towards Stella.
Line stepper. All right. Glad to have y'all.
So, are you habitually stepping out of line, or are you habitually stepping in lines?
I think he's stepping on the lines on the sidewalk and breaking his mother's
Yeah,
back.
that's it. I bet
every
that's
day.
it. I bet that's it.
That's my guess. Answer in chat.
Yeah.
big shout out to him. He's always like in other artists' good mornings and telling them, "Hey, why don't you post on Kreate?"
All right. Let's go into the real part of the show. We did a lot of nonsense and goofiness. It was fun.
It's
but I
time to
think
get real.
To get real. So let's welcome our special guests, Kreate and the Heartist Artist.
Everybody was going. They were hooping and hollering.
Well, there you go. The air horn means that the interview has begun. So, how are y'all? What's kicking in the Web3 world for y'all?
Well, we got Inktober is well underway. It's like October 12th now, right? So there's been
Yeah.
like 12 days. Okay, for the people who don't know, Inktober is a month-long challenge. It's really popular amongst artists. 30 days of daily prompts. You don't have to do every single daily prompt, but it's like get yourself acquainted with ink. Start drawing in ink, or that can be ink and pen, or ink and wash, or both, a combination. We have some people doing some really interesting mixed media pieces. Oh yeah, there's some of the Inktober submissions for this month. Yeah, Zach's is there. I bet you can tell which ones are his.
Immediately.
You know it.
Damn,
I gotta
that's really
get
cool.
I gotta get some spooky stuff by you,
Yeah,
dude.
these are nice.
I have like all really like mostly like really sweet stuff by you right now. I
Mhm.
gotta get some dark shit.
I love doing it all. The spooky stuff. I feel like that's definitely where I have the most fun.
Mhm. Same. Yeah, I feel like anytime we have Create on the show, I am definitely going to have some amazing art in my wallet after, because I can't help but scroll everything after y'all come on and pick some things up.
Yeah.
And they end
yeah.
up being some of my favorite things in my wallet.
We have some absolutely beautiful pieces this year. I mean, there was no Inktober last year. I mean, this is the first time really that Inktober's been celebrated on Cardano in this way,
Yeah.
and it's really exciting to see all the creativity just pour out onto the platform. I mean, there's so much variety there, and it's not just ink. I mean, we have AI artists taking participating in it, mixed, like Will said, mixed media. There's just so much going on, and it's really exciting to see people follow the prompts religiously. I personally have been kind of like, I'll do custom prompts, and then I'll do a prompt that I vibe with. But it's really admirable to see people actually keep up with those prompts, because it is rough. Inktober can be hard to follow through with. So very admirable.
I still need to work
And
on my
it's like
Inktober submission.
oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I still need to work on my Inktober submission. I'm not even following a prompt. I'm just gonna be like, well, I'm using ink. I'm drawing in it. One of the mixed media pieces that we mentioned there, if you saw some really bright, colorful ones, it's by Ranga. He drew, first of all, he drew on ink, like traditional pen and ink, and then he put that through a visual coding library called Hydra, like that first one there, that
Yeah.
Ink Code Tober. Yeah. So he put that through some generative art algorithms and stuff that he messed with himself.
You can see that, yeah.
You know,
So
I
I've
feel
never
like
seen
the
that for Inktober.
dailies are really cool
Yeah, it's beautiful.
because I think a lot of us came to NFTs, you know, with Beeple and hearing and he did daily pieces every day for like, I don't know, years or something. And so I think it's nice that in this community, you know, artists are getting prompts and being able to see each other's work at the same time. Like that's really good for creative energy.
Absolutely. I mean, when you're hosting an event like this and everybody's putting in their work, it helps. You know, everybody's just pretty much inspiring each other in whatever up there. So it's really exciting. It's one thing to do it by yourself, but when you're doing it with the community, there's a lot more hype and love involved.
Mm-hmm. It's just like
cool seeing it.
it's
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say it's cool seeing it as like a community thing too. And I was gonna ask, so do the prompts come from Create, or is there like?
Oh no, these are from the official Inktober prompts. The person, the organization that made these, they release the prompts in September, on September 1st, every year. So we just we publish those. We go with like everyone who's like a digital artist in a digital artist community, like DeviantArt or a lot of the Tumblr stuff. Like Inktober has been around for a few years now. Next art month, next art fest, we're gonna do Huevember. So that's gonna be 30 days of different shades and tones of colors. So for the people who don't or can't participate in Inktober, like they don't have access to the media, or they just don't want to do it, or they're too busy and stuff. Like we have Huevember, which is gonna be more inclusive, since, well, assuming you're not totally colorblind, maybe less inclusive for artists, which we have at least one colorblind artist, but I'm sure she's still gonna try to participate. We have the color wheel set up for her. Like each day has a color, so she can just use an eyedropper tool and go from there.
Yeah, exactly.
Study color theory for all my artists out there. It's color theory is something we could all work on. So I don't know. It seems like a perfect month just to get a lot of that out of the way. Study color. I need color, obviously. All black and white mainly.
Especially after Halloween, when you have like more specific colors that you've probably been using at that time of year, like, you know, if you're doing
orange.
I'm trying to pull up the Inktober prompts for this year, but the The website doesn't seem to be responding.
I think I
Yeah,
just
give some like example, because I've heard of Inktober, but I never looked into it. Like, what are some examples of
like spicy was one I thought.
Yeah,
I think.
like bounce and dodge were some recent
good.
ones. Frog. I gotta actually open up the prompt list since I'm not actually following the prompt list myself. I'm doing my own thing. I didn't actually pay attention to it. Let me check. Okay.
I found it.
Oh, cool.
Dreams. First day was the first
Boom.
5 game spied. Oh, there it is. That's it.
Oh,
Yep, there it is. Mm-hmm.
okay.
These are
Look at
good
those.
ones. I
So you
like
just
that.
take any of these and just go with it? Any or
Well,
multiple or
Yeah, it's however you want. Like most people want to do like if they're really trying to do like all 31 prompts, then they're trying to do like, okay, on
One a
October
day.
1st I'm gonna do dream. On October 2nd I'm gonna do spiders.
wow.
You know, people like to sync it up, but you don't have to follow the prompt list. You can just look at this, pick one, publish it whenever, or you can just like not do it at all, like what I'm doing. I'm just like,
No one's
October is
no
for
one's
ink.
taking that time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Right.
Oh, habitual line stepper tells us that I guess they're always stepping lines in and out. Snip, snap,
no
snap.
boundaries.
So there's that.
Good to know.
Got a few other folks in chat here. Amir says their pick on Create. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome. Shout out to the Beard Alliance.
Create is the best thing that's happened to this community in a long time.
Absolutely.
Exciting. It's in a very exciting time. We haven't seen the independent art community this fired up in so long, and
Yeah.
people show up nearly every day. There's somebody new joining the platform. It's just super exciting, and it's only getting better.
And it gives our community something I've always wanted it to have, which is like to have the face of CNFTs be a little bit more independent artist and a little bit less, PFP.
Speculative art ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I ask kind of a deep question to the
Yeah.
art?
You better.
Or I guess both of you actually. Again, this is very deep. If you don't get an answer, no worries. But why do you guys release work as NFTs? Like you guys typically work like physical, and obviously we release work too. I'm just curious what you guys have to say on that.
On how
Zach,
we
I'll let you answer. Oh, sorry. I'll let you answer first.
So basically, like, do you have any reason specifically why you like to release NFTs? Because you guys typically work, from what I've seen, like, I can't think analog.
Yeah. I like it because it's I think about like post my life after, and this is just it's just a wonderful way to archive your artist journey. And
Oh no!
Giant
got
nerd.
The phone call.
And it's the best way to document your artist journey, and that's my main motivation. And
They really want to talk. I mean, it's not an emergency.
I'm so sorry. I forgot to tell my girlfriend that I was going to have this, so she's out of work. She's calling me. Hopefully everything's okay. I know she's okay, but yeah, my bad. Okay, so like on Create platform, I have multiple profiles right now. I have one for seasonal, one for more emotional, more heavy work. And then I have an entirely another profile for profile pictures, art, big collections and stuff like that. So my main motivation to uploading art is to archive it. And in terms of what I upload, analog or digital, it really depends on how I'm feeling. Like if I'm having a lot of energy and I'm feeling, I need a lot more energy to do analog, to do some physical work. But if I'm feeling kind of fatigued, depressed, whatever, I'll jump on digital and pump out work there, because I can lay in bed and do that all day. But I can't lay in bed and paint. I mean, I could try, but I'm probably gonna make a mess. So that, I don't know. That's how I feel about
gives
it.
you options.
So
Yeah.
quick follow up. Do you use like a stylus, or are you fingering your screen?
I use the Apple I use the Apple Pen. It's just king. I was on an Android tablet before, and I miss it dearly. I love both sides. I love Android and Apple, but Procreate's just really good and affordable for a lot of digital artists, and that's why a lot of people go that direction. But I do like to finger paint. I do like that a lot. I'll play with charcoal, and if I'm like feeling like, if I'm like, man, I gotta get this angst out, I gotta get some energy out, I'll use my hands to paint with charcoal, because then I'm like, you know, it's finger to paper and it feels so tactile. It feels so real and raw. I don't know. It just really depends on how I'm feeling. But yeah, finger painting's fun as hell. Not gonna lie.
You know, that's what that's what our oldest ancestors,
right.
they did it with them
And the
fingers.
caves.
Absolutely. And they forge their ink, which is, I think, is super cool. Like, I think that's something I want to do too eventually.
How did they do that? Like
berries and leaves.
All that stuff. Made some powder.
Ochre. Yep.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Right,
I went down a rabbit hole last night about people turning lapis lazuli into the blue paint.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, that was a cool answer. I knew I would put a good one. That's why I wanted to ask. And I don't know if you have wheels or
Ginsbeck. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that's my artist brand name now. So
Oh, I like it.
It looks cool. It looks wicked
Cool
cool.
as hell. Yeah.
regular.
The letters in that all capitalized, like that SBE, you know, it all, I don't know, it just,
Even the K at the end, like that.
Yeah,
you should see my logo. You should see my logo.
Yeah.
Is that
Oh,
is
man.
it accessible somewhere?
It's probably
Is it on Twitter?
probably on my Twitter. Yeah, it's on my banner. That doesn't include the dragonfly glyph though in the banner though, unfortunately. But you'll see.
Well, I'm gonna see what I can do.
It's my
yeah.
my Twitter handle is still Wheels of Heaven, so don't
Oh my
go
God,
there.
it's
I got
gorgeous.
it. Here we go. Let's take a look.
Hell yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, that's
Let
gorgeous.
the people see.
I like to
Oh,
include the CNFT news logo.
Look
in
at
there
you. Oh my
too.
God. No wonder you chose the Northern Lights for your emotions. This has some total Northern Lights vibes right here.
It's spiritual.
Actually, this is actually Bayonetta fan art that I made.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
But
I
as for Tyler's question, why mint is NFTs? I'm like, well, for us personally, it's a way to let others own a digitalized asset, tokenized asset of like everyone, who gets into NFTs. They understand that anonymous files are okay if you just want it to save locally, right, privately. But there's less of a social aspect, right? So when you buy an NFT, when you share an NFT, you're telling people like, hey, I bought this. I like it. I'm supporting this artist. I dig what they do. Their stuff resonates with me. And it's, for me as an artist who's publishing a variety of ways of, like, I'm looking to set up my imprint. I'm going to set up a patronage subscription service, kind of like Patreon, but I'm actually going to be using Gilded because they have some really interesting features, stuff like that. It's a way for me to get others to support and, I guess, own a digital asset of my work however they want. So it's, for me, just another publishing medium. Like, if you're a writer, it's like, hey, why are you publishing here with this publishing house or in this demographic, whatever. It's just, the art itself for me is separate from the publishing medium, right? So like, if I put my stuff out on a sticker or a coffee mug, people can buy the sticker and coffee mug. The art is kind of like, the reason I make the art is different from the reason why I put it out as a sticker. The sticker is for other people's benefits,
And I mean, thinking about like different...
Oh yeah, that's all my art. Thank you for going through my portfolio.
Oh, Captain Planet, hell yeah. Thinking about like different ways people can actually... This is the best way to actually talk to people who are collecting your art and like have a real connection with those people. Like in the French Quarter in New Orleans, there were all these people set up along the fence in Jackson Square, and people sell their art that way and get to meet a lot of people that are buying their stuff. But you still only get to have sort of initial surface conversations doing something like that, where you're like in front of the people buying your art all the time. So this is like the first way, I don't know, that we've ever been able to, I don't know, have really in-depth conversations.
Yeah, it like creates like multiple forms of connection with the artist. Whereas like if I just had like a PNG of like any of you three's artwork, like anyone could have that PNG. There's no like connection, but like having like the NFT, like your link.
Yeah, seriously, a lot of collectors are now what I would call, you know, lifelong friends. I mean, the connections are deep, and just, you know, doing it pop up, you meet them for a day and then they're gone. You know, who's to know where they're at? There's no connection. There's no follow up connection. It's still, but yeah, I mean, you make a sale and it's like, I'll see you tomorrow. It's really cool.
I don't know if I'm going off on like too much of a stretch here, but like the other thing is like these things are gonna outlive all of us. So like one day maybe like I have some of your pieces, Zach. Like maybe one day my grandchild and your grandchild will meet and be like, hey, my
no doubt.
It'll still be around like long after we're done.
And that's easier to do. Yeah, that's crazy, Tyler. That's so true.
It's gonna have a whole new meaning.
Oh yeah, you can pass down your digital assets now. That's another thing.
What was that unavailable?
Mint now. Actually, nobody mint now because we're gonna try and mint this one after the show.
Because Desmond is dressing up as a pumpkin this year, so it just seems appropriate to get that one.
That's adorable.
Oh, man, Ben's got some thoughts here. I could literally imagine him standing at one end of my bed at night, staring without uttering a sound. Simple but terrifying.
I think he's just a friend. I don't think he's terrifying. He's just a friend, right, Zach?
Just a friend. Just a little terror. You want to run?
It says he was meant for terror right here, so I don't know.
I mean, you can have terrifying friends. You know, you guys watch Monsters Inc. This is like one of Sully's people.
Yeah. Maybe he doesn't want to be.
He wasn't meant for hugs, but that's what he loves.
Yeah.
He was meant for terror, but he loves hugs.
Look at this guy.
Oh my God, the spook before Christmas. Oh man, maybe I have to look at that one. Maybe I'll have to get two.
I think
that's so my seasonal policies, like I'll be doing that in December. I'll be reviving that policy and making some more Christmas spooky things. I got the inspiration from, everybody knows, Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a duo thing, and I don't really, when I wanted to do Christmas drawings, I didn't really want to do, like, I didn't know what to do. I was like, I got to blend spook.
So you did that.
I could see that.
That's the way.
Wow, the Wolf of Christmas Street.
Yeah, great.
I had a lot of fun.
I love titles. Titles are so important to me, and it means like you're one of the best titlers in the game, bro.
I appreciate you. So for some reason, some of them doubled, but you'll see some doubles in there. I got to go clean it up.
Ooh, skeletons kissing.
The snowflake embedded in the dude's face.
Soon we'll be able to actually. Well, I don't know if Wheels wants to take this one, but little birdie told me that soon we'll be able to do some secondary stuff on Create platform.
Oh yeah. We already have the initial rollout of the listings. So right now, people can sell stuff on secondary from their own collector's gallery. You just log in with your wallet, click on the asset, click on list for sale. You can do that now, but our actual secondary, our actual front end dedicated to the secondary marketplace, the beta for that is going to be launching hopefully by Friday, hopefully tomorrow. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, right.
Damn.
So beta, tell me what that means in this context.
So like there's a lot of features that we want to add to secondary. For example, like full asset life cycle tracking. That's not going to be in the initial release. That's why we're calling it a beta. Like the most basic minimum essential functions to like buy and sell a secondary listing and see who's, listing and make offers and stuff. We're going to be rolling those out first before we add some of the fancier stuff.
So it's kind of like an early access release in a way.
Yeah, when we roll out new features like this, we do it iteratively, and we always invite like a few testers first. Like most features are early access for at least a day to our verified artists. Since this is different, it's not really verified artists who are going to be on secondary, but like collectors, right? And it's like you don't really verify collector; they have the money. We've already kind of invited a few collectors to try it out. Like there's technically it's implemented, but you can't get to it on the website because there's no links to it, right? So we send you a link and we're like, hey, test this out. Tell us how much it works and doesn't work, you know? So we're doing that for the secondary. And then once we're more confident, which like I said, will probably be tomorrow, that's when the beta will be released and everyone can kind of try it out. Hopefully it doesn't break too much. That's why we're being super careful with this. It's usually we do stuff like very iteratively so that a big change doesn't like screw up everything, you know? Like if you have big changes, big features, and then it's all broken and everyone is trying it at once, it's not fun, right? So like I said, whenever we do changes like this, we do it very incrementally just to make sure everything is working sound and looks fine before we unleash the floodgates and let everyone like submit transactions and stuff like that.
Right. All right. Well, that's really cool. So that's coming Friday the 13th.
Oh my
You
God.
ready for that?
Damn.
So what does Friday the 13th mean to y'all?
For me, it means spooky movies and one heck of a spooky drawing. Like I'll probably focus on one piece, just one piece tomorrow, and just see how spooky I can make it. I'm kind of excited. Actually, really excited about that.
Awesome.
Yeah, I went out and I bought some art supplies today, so we playing with them charcoals and seeing how spooky I can get it. But yeah, Friday the 13th, it's fun. I think it's also a great opportunity for some artists to market themselves. I mean, people love Friday the 13th. It's just a fun time.
A lot of people like were applying for auctions for Friday the 13th. Like, hey, can I book this slot? Can I book this slot? But it's already been booked. You guys should have booked it earlier. So it's like, oh, well, the earliest we can do is Friday the 7th. That's not even this. Friday 17th isn't the Friday, but.
Do y'all celebrate Friday the 13th? The 13th? I can't even say it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's more special this month because it's October, Friday the 13th, you know, so it really hits harder. Usually it just kind of comes and goes. I mean, you know, if I notice it, then I'll think about it. I don't see it as bad luck. You know, that's kind of a fun superstition that people like to jump on to, but it's just, it's, I don't know.
It's
not
fun.
bad luck.
It's fun if you like spooky things. I can understand people might not want to participate. Totally understand. Totally get it. But yeah, a good time for some spooky movies and stay inside and chill.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I see it as bad luck, but I'm definitely like superstitious. I've got like a couple superstitious bones in my body. So
what are you superstitious about? Like, what's the big one?
My big one, I knock on wood religiously.
Oh, yeah, you're always knocking on wood.
I got probably like knuckle mark.
Where do you come from? I don't know why I do it too. I want to say I don't know.
It just feels like they probably do it to ourselves. Like we just do it until it just becomes a habit. But I'm pretty sure the story behind that is that there's like spirits in the wood, and by knocking, you like let them out, and then they help you. I don't know, something like that.
I think the biggest one for me is when a black cat crosses my path. Like I'll U-turn my car. I don't know. That's the one that I know for a fact my mother instilled that into me, and I don't know where it came from. But yeah, I have to U-turn it. Poor cat probably this
yeah, that's gonna be friends.
Bad luck to be superstitious. Well, that would explain a lot.
It's gonna make things worse for me.
So James Halliday says, "Wow, I love your voice. I wonder whose voice James loves."
Probably not mine. I'm pretty annoying.
No.
James, if you want to tell us whose voice, maybe it's everyone's, you know.
Collective.
It's James Halliday from Ready Player One. Is that?
Oh, yeah, I don't remember.
Anyway,
Could
sorry.
be. Sounds kind of familiar. So, question about your charcoal drawings. Do you ever stream your artwork process?
You know, I streamed one time. One time I actually did a live stream,
Yeah.
and it was Ku who entered, and it was just me and him the whole time. It was great, and I never did it again. But I think it's something I want to do. I think maybe a live session would be cool because I can record it too and then upload it as a time lapse. So
Well, you're talking about spending all day trying to make something super spooky, and I'm like, I wish I could see that happen. You know, that was my first thought. So
okay, well, you know what?
Your ear.
You instilled the thought. I think it might be something I can do. I'll do it.
Hell yeah.
For Halloween.
I'll take you up on that.
Hell yeah.
That'd be cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I want to see that charcoal. How do you get it off your hands? What's your strategy?
It takes 2 to 3 business days typically, and
Right.
hours. Man, you have to control the mess because charcoal gets everywhere. Like it gets everywhere. It's so like I have to be very meticulous. I really hope that one day I have a what I call a mess room or just a studio where I can just smudge charcoal on the walls if I want. I mean, that's what I really want to do. That's what I want to have it all out of control and be like a mad scientist in my studio. That's my dream.
That sounds rad. You'll get to stream that too if you manage to make that happen.
Put on a mad scientist wig too.
Awesome.
This is a bad time, but I do have to get going because I have a call. Bad timing, but
well, best of luck.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no, this is an awesome interview too. We definitely have to have both of you guys on more, especially. I mean, we've had Kreate on a few times, but
look, it's all good.
Yeah,
you guys are great to chat with. Well, why don't we kind of just have been having fun? Tyler's heading out. Why don't we just talk about any like factual stuff, any information that you want to get out there?
I have first because it's seasonal. I have a fun fact about Friday the 13th.
Oh, perfect.
So you know why it's popularly known as an unlucky date in the West nowadays?
No.
So there was this writer. He was a novelist. He was a muckraker. He was also a stock trader. His name was I forget his name, but he wrote a book in 1907. He actually wrote a lot of like panic novels in the early 1900s. Oh yeah, his name was Thomas Lawson, and his one of his books was Friday the 13th. And his books were all about exposés of the stock market. He basically had like a following that could have been he was inciting what's the equivalent of the GameStop subreddit, you know, our stocks subreddit. What is it? Yeah. So he was writing novels that was inciting that. He had a follower of basically, you know, like stock trading redditors in the day that were buying and selling based on like his exposés, stuff like that. Friday the 13th, his novel was one of those where he incited like, you know, a big cascade like we saw with GameStop. He was doing this in, like I said, 1907, 1904. And that's why Friday the 13th in the West is pretty unlucky.
That's good to know. That's good. I love factoids like that.
Me too.
That's totally out of nowhere too. I didn't expect stocks.
No, definitely not. Thought it was gonna be a cut.
Oh, look who it is. We've got an angry baby.
Can you say hi?
He woke up.
Oh my goodness.
And he's not sure how he feels about that.
The baby
he doesn't like it. He doesn't like the story he told. Oh, I do want to say hi to Amir and hi to James Halliday and hi to Julia Bell. They're from our new and growing Iranian cohort on the platform. So I'm really happy to see them here in the stream. I think this is probably their first time watching a CNFT news. So that's nice to see. Hi, guys.
Yes, we're so happy to have you here, Julia.
Yeah, welcome. We got James in his house. We got a few others. We got Offbeat Night saying what's up
too.
Outside chilling.
Damn, this is a hot one.
Good one. Yeah, well, we're back. You know.
Yeah, we're back.
We took a week off, and people just can't handle that. They all, you know, got to see the show. Oh, sleepy boy.
Yeah, I cannot wait to go look and see what my new hardest piece is going to be from the Spook Before
Gonna get something
Christmas.
good. No doubt.
You want to pick it out?
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it as a pumpkin. It's gonna be the cutest thing ever. You're gonna have to.
yeah, I was
mention
definitely going to share that.
Yeah.
I think we should let the little man pick one out.
Yeah.
He seems cranky. We should have him pick something out and basically buy up Zach's entire whole
Yeah.
You said nothing will please
We'll
me right
take
now.
a look at that after the show.
Nothing will please me.
So while we're still here, let's talk about whatever info you want to get out there. I don't want to leave without
Wheels, you want to take the wheels?
serious shilling.
Well, get ready for our secondary launching tomorrow. Our collector's gallery, it already lets you list stuff for sale, including artworks that aren't from Create. You can actually sell your PFPs. You'll be able to sell your PFPs on our secondary starting tomorrow. Any asset, actually on Friday the 13th we have an auction coming up. It's a Roger Din piece. It's not from Roger Din directly. It's from a collector. He's selling one of the editions that he owns. Like he bought 2 editions of Chilled Printing Test, and now he's selling the extra one. Well, he's going to auction the extra one. So, if you guys want to set up your own auctions for stuff that, you purchased, you can do that. You can just join the Discord and open up a ticket in the front page applications channel, and then we'll attend to that. Secondary, like I said, launching tomorrow. So have fun listing all of your Roger Din pieces or Zach pieces or my pieces. Probably not my pieces. I haven't minted out an artwork yet. So, but list basically everyone's pieces but mine. Buy directly from me. Don't list anything. Don't buy it. But,
you did it really well. Your latest auction did extremely. I mean, you had a lot of traction, and I love the piece. Your work's awesome. Your work's great. Your work
it was
is great.
fun. It was my first ever auction running it.
Great.
I guess if I want to give advice to other people, give yourself some time to prep for the auction. Because I gave myself at least a week of advertising time. Like a lot of people, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna do the auction right now." It's like, baby, you haven't even tweeted about it. Nobody will know.
Watch out.
Yeah, so give yourself some time. Just talk to people, get people interested, and then actually set the auction date and stuff. We still have the Mega Drop 2 running. So if you want to just discover a new artist for 50 ADA, and these are all verified artists, we go through a strict verification process where you have to introduce your creative process in the Discord. You have to show your creative workspace that you can manipulate it. For example, if you do digital art, show us the layers and write something that says, I am verifying I am Zach on Create, so that we know that it's you and not somebody impersonating Zach, We do this for generative artists as well. We have HTML art. On-chain HTML art is available now. If you look at a lot of the blockchain artists have imported their assets. For example, Hookman's Shader Wars game. You can play that on the website. It's an actual game.
That's wild.
So there's a lot. We're rolling out a bunch of stuff. After secondary, we're going to be focusing more on the more robust following and notifications, so people can get notified when their favorite artist is minting, things like that. There's so much that we want to do. Collectors galleries. Oh, sorry.
No, I mean, I think one of the cooler things is secondary is awesome. Of course, every marketplace typically needs a secondary, but the collectors galleries, I think that's super exciting because it's more, collectors now have something they can put in their website link on their social media. They can start selling and promoting the work that they collect. They can genuinely, start seeing a return. Maybe, I don't want to, you never want to actually, say that you're going to get a return on my work. That's not something. It's a loaded term. You should be buying it to support the artist.
Ego to say that.
Yeah.
NFT.
But people can make their own exhibits and stuff. Hey, this is my album. Sylvist is a fantastic collector. He's made his collector's gallery very, very curated, different albums for different artists and genres and stuff like that. So if you want to collect, hey, I'm gonna get all of the sci-fi works that really appeal to me, and I'm also gonna start kind of reselling them too. This my curated sci-fi gallery. These are all the sci-fi artists and artworks that I like. You can do that. The album link, you can customize the URL so it's easily shareable. Your whole collector's gallery is easily shareable. You can customize the URL for that, but you can also, like I said, customize the URL for the individual albums and stuff.
How do I shoot? Wait. Oh, okay. Arrow keys. All right, I got it. Oh yeah. All right. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, we have games on our platform. I'm so looking forward to being like Web3 Newgrounds.
Yes. Bomb? I don't have a bomb. Yeah. Wow. This is nuts. So when is this like programmed in that it's playable here? How does that work?
I can't really hear you over the shader wars, my dude. I'm so sorry, the volume is so loud.
My bad. I thought that I muted it. That's on my end. It was muted.
Oh no, no, I heard all of it.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was that really was an interruption. I thought I was just gonna have it up while you were talking. It would be very quiet. Here we go.
Nope.
Now it's quiet.
Okay.
Right.
What was your question?
I felt like I was in a rave all of a sudden.
All right, that was my bad. Sorry, everyone in the audience who got blasted. Anyways, no, I was just asking about how this, like, what this is programmed on, or how it's able to be played here. Like,
Oh, it's HTML. It's all HTML. Hookman did this all in HTML. It's under 16 kilobytes. I think the average on-chain HTML artwork on Cardano is actually 12 kilobytes or fewer, because they still need to make space for the transaction, right? That's why it has to be under 16. If you go 16, you're really pushing it. It's recommended you go 12 kilobytes. But yeah, I guess one of the things that he did was like he took out all the indents. Like, oh, take out the tabs and indents when you actually compile this and upload it. So that's his advice. But yeah, we have a lot of we have like interactive artworks here now. I'm looking forward to seeing more. Cardano kind of has a limit since, like I said, the transaction sizes are like lower than on some other chains. Like we have James is here. He does stuff in P5JS, if I'm remembering right. Unfortunately, those works are too big to mint directly on chain.
Right.
But we have a growing number of generative artists, and I'm happy to have James and other people too. Well, Hookman and the blockchain people have been around for a long time. They just haven't gotten visibility. So happy to have another opportunity to show off. Like, hey, we have a generative art scene. Yeah. They're here.
It's pretty wild, man. So how? Since I'm just stuck on this. This is so crazy.
Yeah. It looks fun. Our CTO was complaining he spent too much time playing this. When I told him, yo, test the HTML artworks with Shader Wars, and he's like, I played this too much.
It's too much, yeah. So does it have to be fully on-chain to be playable on the website?
No. It's just we have that option, for the generative art scene on Cardano. They're really, really committed to having everything on chain with no dependencies, right? No IPFS. They just want it purely on Cardano. You don't have to reference anything outside. Like if you want to upload a bigger HTML artwork, like it's totally fine. It's just not going to be on chain,
Right. All right, that's cool. Awesome. Well,
super cool.
I like it.
The new mini Create platforms, the new mini clip and art gallery.
Yeah.
Newgrounds, baby. Newgrounds.
Soon we'll have RuneScape on there.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Something like RuneScape. Yeah. Well, I've been messing around with the CNFT news game. So just gathering information about how I might put that out there.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff. All right, I got to put this away.
I want to play it now. I haven't had a chance to check it out, so I'm gonna have to. Hopefully, I don't get addicted though, and that's what I worry about.
If you actually own the token, if you own the Shader Wars token, you can actually submit to the high score list, the leaderboard. So
yeah, great little feature. Nice. All right, cool. So, what other info? Anything else that we want to get out there? Anything coming up? Anything, info for the people?
Qvember, check out the Inktober hashtag on our platform. This is something that I think we have to remind people, since most other marketplaces on Cardano, they kind of have tags, but most people don't search by hashtags, right? So that's a habit that we have to teach our users. Like, hey, collectors, you want Inktober stuff? Please type in hashtag Inktober. This is something
Give it
that,
a shot.
yeah.
So if I were to search for the word Inktober, would that give me anything different than searching
That
for the
would
hashtag?
that would show you artworks that have the word Inktober in either the title or the description. But everyone is using the hashtags. It's like Instagram or Twitter. Like, you should, if you really want to see all the Inktober works, including stuff that isn't in our curated collection for this reason or that, then use the Inktober hashtag. Our curated collection for the Art Fest, we're trying to show like the best of the Inktober submissions so far. Not that there's like anything worse, but it's like, I think there were a few artists who were using Inktober, the hashtag, without like understanding what Inktober was. Because it's their first Inktober, they've never participated in, they didn't use ink, so I was like, I'm sorry, I can't include this. Is not, there's no ink in it. So
But yeah, that's it. That's probably another little addition to add on to. If you want, if you're an artist out there listening and watching right now, if you want a piece to be artwork of the day on the Create platform, pump out an Inktober piece, do it in some ink, and however which way you want to do it, and there's a chance it could be on the front page.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested. Now that the con has come and gone, hopefully I'll have a bit more time. I wanna get some stuff up on Create, no doubt.
Oh yeah. Oh, Julia Bell's mint. Her first was today. She had really cute, whimsical owl characters. Looked like something out of a children's book. So
well, let's see what we can.
I was her first collector, and then I gave a gift of the edition to my girlfriend. So actually, I minted 2 editions, one for myself, one for my girlfriend. And then Amir minted like the 3rd edition for Julia. So that was nice. Amir's also like gotten a bunch of mints today too. James's auction is today. His 2nd auction ever is today. It's
Nice.
a generative piece from his Margins collection. It should be in the carousel. So yeah, eccentric rounds, so cute. Those owl pieces, right? So cute.
Heck yeah, I already got some mints going. Very nice.
Jenny left a comment. Miss Bunny, that's my girlfriend. She left a comment as well. Oh, I guess another call to action. Like, I know we haven't built in-app notifications yet, but right now, if you leave a comment on any artwork, the artist will get an email notification. They will get that notification you left a comment. We're gonna have in-app notifications and threaded comments sometime down the line, hopefully pretty soon, so that everyone in the conversation can get notified when the artist replies and stuff. But really, I know these market conditions are really not great. It's a deepening recession. So even if you don't purchase an artwork, well, just leave a comment. Just show them that, hey, I dig your stuff, and this is why. People really appreciate it, especially now. Oh, Habitual has a question. Any chance we'll be at NFT NYC 24? I don't know. I hope so.
That'd be fun. It'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, how do you reach out to an owner of a piece you want to purchase, Habitual? As in stuff that hasn't been minted yet, or something that somebody else owns, like a secondary. If you're looking at a piece that hasn't been minted yet, because I do this all the time. Fel is one of the artists that I do this with. Like, hey, when are you minting this? I want it. Like, literally, just leave a comment. They'll get an email like, oh, somebody left a comment. Oh, they want it minted. Okay, I'll mint this right now so Ginzbek can buy it. Just leave a comment. They'll get an email notification about it. But if it's about a collector, if you want to reach out to a collector of a piece, I would search for the asset on our collectors galleries, and then it'll list. It should list the people who own the piece, right? And then if you can reach out to them, because we have socials linked on the collectors galleries now, people can put like, hey, this is my Twitter, here's my Instagram. Most collectors on the platform have a Twitter account linked. If you know that they own the piece, hit them up on the linked Twitter that they have on their profile.
Yeah. It's an easy way to do it.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Well, Julia, I'm glad that we could share your art. Very cool. Love to see some new stuff. All right, everybody. Well, that's great. I'm glad that we had some specific calls to action there at the end.
Play Shader Wars.
Even though we lost 2/3 of the news team as the interview went on, one by one. No. It was just me.
That'd be casualties before Friday the 13th, huh, Scott?
But yeah, that's Create, and I'm really glad that it's there. I think that every time we see it, there's something even more exciting going on. So we're going to be following along closely, and having you guys back on in the future. Not too long, I hope.
Oh yeah, I think our next Art Fest for sure. We're going to be here telling people, "Hey, you Fember's out, painted color."
Right.
That means Uzak painted color.
It's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the will to do a whole gallery of colors. So it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna take it seriously and learn some color theory. I'm excited.
Good opportunity.
Hi, by the way. I mean, I need to get some CNFT News gear. I need to get on that Patreon and support you guys.
You want some buttons?
That's right. You can get that gear. Right?
Where'd you get your buttons, Scott? When do we buy your?
Oh,
merch?
well, these are from the pin ban from CNFT News pin ban. I have some more, lots more. But this year we did 11 pins. There are physicals and NFT versions of each of them. And they're out there.
Necktie?
Very drippy.
That necktie, I had to design and order this one custom.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, the color. I mean, it's just so cool, man. It's so
It
cool.
really does.
It's neat.
It's the whole thing. I love it. It really turned out really well.
It did.
Thank you. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. Julie wants to thank the Discord team. Shout out to the Discord team. Obviously, very important part of this project. So glad
The
to have you
Discord
all.
team is basically the entire Create team. So
They do an excellent job. I mean, I don't think a lot of people realize. And this is one last thing, but the bulk of the team's in Hanoi, and so they're working odd hours all the time, and very thankful for them. They deserve all the love in the world. I mean, thank you for that. If they're watching,
ideally they should be unconscious right now, but knowing Hi, he's
Still watch
probably
the reruns. All right. Well, let's do the sign off here. So we'll go around the room. For the CNFT News, I'm Scott Chestnut.
I'm the hardest artist.
I'm a Pomeranian.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everybody.